So my name is Shalissa Hernandez. I'm 17 years old. Eugenio Hernandez, my dad. Maria Alejandra Hernandez, my mom. Both of them were born in Mexico. My dad from San Luis Potosí and my mom from Mexico DF. Well, of course, I come from a low-income family. We don't live in luxuries and we don't have all this money to spend, And when I first talked to my dad about going to college, he got pretty scared. He was like, how am I going to pay for this,
My name is Rocio Velasquez. I was born in Homestead, Florida. I've been here all of my life. Having both of my parents working long hours, I would have to take the bus. I remember as a child, I would have to take the bus home, and I would have to take the bus to school, and I would have to stay for after school, and it was getting kind of tough. Because they're immigrants, a lot of the times they don't have the jobs that they desire.
There are many obstacles that I have overcome in my life. It's growing up without a dad and not only being the only child, but actually being there for my sister. We're always there for one another, helping us.
Many times these kids don't even have money to buy a pair of shoes. Often they go without a meal on any given day. Yet they study hard, they overcome barriers, they keep looking at the end of the rainbow. And they go at it, and they go at it, and they go at it, and they accomplish. So I am very, very proud of them, and very grateful to have many partners that believed in them and provide the rainbow for them as well.
See, we want everybody to be together. We are one big family today, so and the students have assigned.
The most important dance in high school has become more than a celebration. For many girls, it is a defining moment of accomplishment that can inspire them to become more successful later in life. Fairy tales are rare these days, but they do come true sometimes.
Hi, I'm Vivian. Join me today to learn about the journey of 3 girls who are making their dreams a reality. These girls prove that with dedication and hard work, any story can have a happy ending.
I think the day went really well. It was a great opportunity for the girls to meet other girls that are similar to them, to meet other girls that are academically high achieving, that are looking forward to what their next steps are going to be, and also to share some of the challenges that they have faced and some of the obstacles that they've overcome so that they can support each other and build each other up and learn from each other. It was also a great day for us as staff to meet these girls and to share some of the stories that we have with them and to watch them put it into practice.
Look at you, you look amazing. Good morning. Thank you so much for visiting us at Miami-Dade College at the Wolfson campus, and on behalf of my colleagues, I want to give you the warmest welcome to our MDC community. My name is Maria Chiquen. I am the Assistant of Special Projects to Dr. Padron, the President of Miami-Dade College, and we've really been looking forward to meeting you. We've heard about all the wonderful things that you're doing at school, in your communities, and we have been wowed. We have been so looking forward to this day and to show you a little piece of the college, hear from you also, and give you a taste of what it will be like when you two are here. One of the reasons we were so excited to partner with Discovery and TLC is because we share the conviction that besides concrete tools for success, besides an education, youth, especially if you've overcome struggle in your life and you might not have an extended support network, you need confidence, inspiration, and role models to be able to take that first step.
One of the mottos that we have at Miami-Dade College is that opportunity changes everything, and it really does. And so I thought that today I'd talk to you about opportunity, but what opportunity means for a woman in today's world, and what it means to be able to be a woman, to make a change, to be able to not only change yourself and to better yourself, but to better the community that you live in.
It was a really nice workshop that day. We got to meet a lot of people, new people, girls, with the same goals as you, different careers, but we all want to go somewhere.
The campus was actually, it got my attention the former way it was. When we arrived there, they had breakfast display already, tables. There was little sections where you were able to get informed. There was actually my section where I was actually going to be involved in the medical field. I got information from there.
I remember there was a lot of different stations for all the majors, and I especially remember the communication major booth and the magic major booth. The communication because I want to be a communications major, and the magic because there was so much going on there. There was technology, there was so much going on there, and I thought that it was really, really cool to see all that. I remember the dean and his story about how he grew up in a tough neighborhood with almost nothing. Because of that, it empowered me and it allowed me to see that I can get to great places like he has as a dean of the Miami-Dade Wolfson campus.
This place has changed my life in ways that I never thought would be possible. I started here at 17 years old as a shy, sheltered, introverted young man. And 18 years after, here I am today doing what I loved, doing what I only thought was a dream. So Miami-Dade College made that dream a reality. It takes work, it takes dedication, but you are in a room at a college that if you have a dream, we have the tools to make that dream turn into reality.
In the spirit of the overall Say Yes to the Prom initiative, we wanted to have a day of reflection on the qualities, the unique strengths, the potential that these students already have to become their own role models. And that's why we decided to entitle our workshop Becoming Your Own Role Model. It was very interesting to ask the students to define some of the people who had influenced their lives and to identify the unique qualities that they perceived in these role models. When we guided them throughout the exercise to find their own unique qualities, to see that they actually matched. So we wanted it to be an organic way for them to realize that they could be role models to others and to themselves. Once they discovered, all the potential they have, to think a little bit about what they're going to do with that enormous potential. So as Dean and Salota said, not being successful it is not an option. They really have all the ingredients to be successful, however they may define, success.
When we come back, we'll see how the girls adjust to the idea of a higher education where magic can happen. Say yes to the prom, say yes to college. We'll be right back.
Be creative. Be the solution. Be innovative. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
That moment, it made me really happy because I know that my grandparents, I know they miss Mexico a lot, and I know that coming to the United States, there's a lot of difficulties that immigrants have to deal with, and that Fiesta en la Plaza brought back a lot of memories for them. The Flocorico dancing, the horses, the Selena impersonator. I know that it brought back a lot of memories for them, and it made them feel as if though they were in Mexico again.
It was open to the community where people were able to come and be involved and learn about the Mexican culture that took place. We were actually involved in, everybody in the Mexican American Council as teenagers were involved in small little portions, groups. I was the one that was in front with my other friend. We were hanging out flyers and actually getting involved people to be part of the chili contest.
It was an event for the community. They can come, they can learn about the Mexican culture. We had dances, we had food. We actually had a jalapeno contest that I was in charge to give people and inform people about it. And I remember the person who can eat the most jalapenos would win $100.
And it provided us an opportunity to bring to a venue in Miami-Dade County to bring to them our culture. And we did it the best way we know how, and it's so authentic, it really was. You saw the food that it really represented homemade dishes from various regions of Mexico.
Even though our parents told us to go in after our career, Mexican American Council is another program that guides us through our ways and help us.
Over the 30 years of existence, MEC has been involved and has accomplished many wonderful things by the grace of God. We just do stuff and God puts the special feeling, and it goes beyond what we could even imagine that it was going to be in terms of the positive impact that it has.
Brevemente les comento que el Concilio Mexicoamericano, como dice la carta, somos una organización no lucrativa.
At first I was nervous and I was telling my mom, I don't know what to do, what do I do? And then when I just got on there, I was like, whoa, this is it. And then I just tried to let out.
So my brother, he has taken physical therapy all of his life. And I would accompany him to physical therapy. So we would go to the Miami Children's Hospital and I would see his physical therapist, but I would also see speech therapists interacting with children, having fun with children, and the children would interact back and they would learn, and as the days would go by, their speech would improve and they would improve. And it really inspired me to make a change in these children, because I know that communication and speech is a way that we advocate for ourselves.
Yo siempre sabía que de ella desde chiquita ella iba a estudiar algo o que iba a hacer algo grande porque yo la veía crecer. Desde chiquita ella me demostró que ella podía, así que yo sé que ella puede.
I remember one of the questions that I asked her was like, why do you want to join MAC? Why do you want to be part of this program? And besides the fact that, you know, she's going to get a lot from it, especially a college scholarship, she said it feels great. It would feel great to feel like I belong somewhere, and I want to make my parents proud. So you have Rocio that is very ambitious in just her career. She wants to be a speech pathologist, so she was just ready to start the moment that I met her.
And sometimes it feels a little unfair that we've got to balance so much on our plates when we're women, but it's doable. And I think I'm living proof of that you can have it all. You can have the family, you can have the job that you want. There is some compromise. There is sometimes that you've got to give something up to do something else, but you can attain all of your dreams. But I think it takes three things in order to get to that level of success that we all strive for. And success doesn't need to be having the flashy cars and the flashy house and the job with the big title. When I tell people I'm provost, that usually has to be followed with some kind of explanation of what that means, because it's not intuitive to a lot of people what that means. It's about feeling successful in yourself, that you feel that you've accomplished everything that you were meant to do and that you're making a difference in the world, because that really, at the end of the day, is what we're all here to do.
Something that was always in the back of our minds as we planned the agenda and the workshops for today was giving the students a sense of purpose, right? About themselves, about their time in school, about even their lives, and about their roles as members of our community. So it was really inspiring to hear them talk to students from their own high schools and even other high schools about their plans for once they were in college, about the activities that they're doing in school, about ways that they can improve some of the skills that we mentioned were important to achieve their goals, and to reflect on these goals, whether they're personal, academic, or professional. So I'm glad that they really had the time to reflect and to take with them some tools that will help them once they're home or in their respective settings to think more deeply about what they can become with the ingredients and the raw materials that we made very clear that they already have within themselves.
We mixed you up so you're with people from different schools, and so you may not know everyone at your table.
The skills that they want to develop as they think of themselves as leaders and future leaders are skills like forgiveness and making peace. And I think that it shows such a maturity and a thoughtfulness and a caring for the world, for the environment, for our fellow
people. I think that the future looks very bright with these young women.
Gosh, we were driving up in the car and we were just talking about, first of all, going to Miami-Dade College and learning about scholarships. And when we arrived to the Wilson campus, their eyes just lit up, every one of them. Wow, this is Miami-Dade College. This is awesome. I want to come here. I want to come here. And their demeanor changed. Their self-confidence changed. Their voices went from soft to, wow, I love this. I want to be here. Let me walk. Let me see what else is here. And then the way Miami-Dade executives opened their arms, the provost, the dean, the people from Dr. Padron's office, Maria Chequen, every one of them, it was just so amazing. They felt at home.
Well, I think it was an amazing opportunity and an amazing event for our students in our college and career readiness program, especially the girls that were able to attend due to the Say Yes to the Prom event. And it was like Wizard of Oz moment for them because a lot of them had never set foot in Miami-Dade College Wolfson campus. So to be introduced to that type of environment really opened up their eyes to what the college had to offer. A lot of times they feel like because it's a local college, maybe they kind of want to go away from home, but I think the programs that were displayed around and on the tables showed to them that this college actually had a lot more to offer than what, a lot of people talk about.
That day, what I remember was the new campus, I think it's called Magic, the one that they had. It really caught my attention because it's the graphics, and which is something that I really like.
It was like a wow moment. You see things and you're like, you want it. Because if people have it, why can't you have it, And I guess that motivates you to work harder.
I'm interested in the medical field as a nursing because it's a field where you're able to help people, not only your people, but the community and other communities outside.
We tend to underestimate the magnitude of the students' imagination and potential. I was blown away by some of the very specific goals they shared, like starting an organization to help women and children in need, or starting a shelter for animals. These were very specific goals, but they all had one thing in common, and it was really serving others. So I was really inspired by what our schools are doing, because if we brought a group here from different schools and the goals and the passions they shared all had service as the common denominator, then that means that we as a community are doing a good job to inspire our students to give back. And I think that's the ultimate purpose of an effective education. So I was very inspired, and I was left wanting to do even more to inspire this feeling of service towards others through these events.
Say Yes to the Dress came to us as an amazing opportunity. We were in California at a conference, and we saw Superintendent Carvalho and the folks from Discovery Communications. And they were talking about doing something in general with the school system. And then they were very interested in doing something with us, with MAC, with the families, and engaging our farm worker families. Then from there, the idea grew, and they invited us to be part of Say Yes to the Dress, to the prom dress. Wow, what an experience it has been. And I cannot, from the talks to seeing it the first year to now the second year.
I remember at the Biltmore Hotel when the students arrived there, they were just overwhelmed by the fact that there were so many cameras, so many people all in one closed space. Usually our students tend to be on the shy side, so just seeing all their surroundings, it could be a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, it was like a mixed feeling kind of for them, because they were excited, scared, and nervous because they didn't know what to expect, even though it had been told to them, get excited because you're gonna do all of this, and so they were definitely excited, and they were amazed by the Biltmore Hotel in the first place, just a grand hotel with historical, just environment was a great experience for them.
I'm really enjoying the experience and the dresses and the shoes and the jewelry.
Say Yes to the Prom, Say Yes to College. We'll be right back. I'm impressed with the commitment these girls have shown here at Miami-Dade College. Now I think it's time to see them getting ready for the prom, and thanks to Discovery Channel, they get to do just that. The girls were invited to the famous Biltmore Hotel to get pampered from head to toe.
Oh my God, you know, it was like, oh, they walked in, this beautiful table set up, nice and gorgeous, and they interacted with other students, and Monty was there, so there was the glitz, I mean, totally glitz of the media and TV, and Laura Morano, and it was like, oh my God. You could turn left, you could turn right, and there was something exciting every step of the moment.
The Biltmore experience was actually really great and awesome. I was able to be involved not only with the teenagers from my school, but also with teenagers from several schools. I was able to actually meet Monty and Flora Montano from Discovery Channel.
So the Say Yes to the Prom was another amazing event that, thanks to Mac, I was able to attend. I met Monty, Laura Morano, and they were both amazing, down-to-earth people. Their stories, the way they interacted with all of us, it was just wonderful to know that you can go to those levels of success and you can go to those places, but still be able to interact with people. Princess for a day, queen for a lifetime, and I really felt that that was true because I did feel like a princess for a day. I had my makeup done, I had my hair done, I was fed, I had a consultant, I had my best friend there. It was just amazing, and I felt like it was rewarding because I do get good grades, and I do volunteer, and for all this time that I commit to other people, it was nice to have time committed to myself.
Us girls, like when we saw each other with our dress, we were all like, oh, look, you look so beautiful, you look so nice, and we just started taking pictures and we were all excited. And it was like we walked in, you know, with the regular clothes, and then when we came back out, it was like everyone with their makeup and hair done, and everyone looked just beautiful, and we were just there, all excited.
It's amazing. I came here not expecting half of the things that I experienced here. Like the dresses, there's a huge selection, a huge color, styles. It's just amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I'm blessed to be able to be a part of.
She's the one who makes my heart go
You know, the folks that talked to the kids talked about something very special, and that was about their experience with prom and how they felt when they were preparing for prom and the dress and this. And I looked at my kids and I saw their faces and I could see them transporting themselves to a distant place. And I realized that their moms had never been to prom, none of them. Their parents could never relate to something like that, but they could. And they can, and they are.
But if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, and for those of you who haven't, it's the story of a journey, really, of a young girl who's trying to find her way back home after she wakes up in this magical land with dwarves and princesses and witches and all kinds of interesting characters. And she has this long journey to find her way home. But what I want to talk about today is not the journey of the girl herself, but her companions. So she's got 3 companions on this journey. So for those who've seen the movie, you know it's the Scarecrow, right? The Lion, and the Tin Man. But each one of them, in addition to helping her on a journey, the reason they join her is because they're each looking for something, and that they hope that the magical Wizard of Oz is going to be able to grant them their wishes. So she wants to go home, the Lion wants courage, the Scarecrow wants a brain, and the Tin Man wants a heart. And I think those are the 3 things that make a person successful: courage, brains, and a heart. So let's start with the brains. How do you get brains? And if you pay attention to the movie, when they get to the end of the road, these 3 characters ask the Wizard of Oz to give them these 3 things that they were looking for, but in reality, they already had them. But what the journey did was help them to find it. And so as you continue on your journey, you've made it so far already with all of the different things that you've done to prepare yourselves to get to this moment. As you go on to the next steps, always realize that the journey is what makes you. So in thinking about brains, you all obviously have brains, right? You all have demonstrated some kind of academic potential, some kind of smarts to get you where you are today. But as you continue on this journey, how do you further develop that? What knowledge are you missing? How do you develop more critical thinking skills? It's not just about having book smarts, it's about how to take that knowledge and be able to apply it to each and every day. And to do that takes courage. And so on the second component, looking at courage, it's not just courage in terms of the usual bravery, running out into battle. It's the everyday little battles that we have to fight. It's going beyond your friends wanting you to go to a party instead of studying for a test. Those little demonstrations of courage build you up and move you forward. It's having the courage to rise above whatever situation you live in to change not only your life, but the lives of your family and the neighborhood that you live in. So being able to take this knowledge, these brains, and have the courage to use it, but to use it for making the world a better place. And that's what the third piece comes in, and that's having a heart. And every one of you have a heart. But what we need to use our hearts for is to change the world. Each and every one of you has the potential for making some change. It doesn't have to be something that goes viral on the internet, that everybody knows about. You don't have to be in the bright lights. It's about making a meaningful change, either in your own life or the life of someone you know, and trying to find what your place is. And so I hope that at the end of your journey, and when you make all of your decisions, that we see you here again, and your next step in continuing your journey, and making sure that you accomplish everything that you dream of, and make this world a better place. Thank you.
And I know that I shouldn't be discouraged just because of my heritage, from where I come from, just because my parents are farm workers, just because I am a different color. I shouldn't be discouraged. And that Wizard of Oz story really awakened that in me again.
It actually helped me overcome my fears because I'm a really shy girl and I'm really timid in speaking in front of people. But actually walking there with David, with a guy named David, is a really nice experience to share and be involved in.
If we were to just bring about dialogue through music, through culture, then we would slow down or bring down the barriers of resistance, and that we would be dialoguing and we would be having fun and we would be willing to learn about one another. And that has happened. And the other thing, we knew that if you give kids an opportunity for education, you totally enhance their future.
The journey these young ladies have embarked on is already off to an impressive start, and we know we'll see them shine as they continue to follow their dreams. At Miami-Dade College, Democracy's college, we see new faces launching bright futures every day. A world of education and opportunity is always within reach. We hope to see you around, and please join us throughout our different media outlets. Until next time, I'm Vivian Maria Lopez for MDC-TV.
I think that what Miami-Dade College is doing for our students is amazing.